Yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to today's video. We've just had to go to Plymouth. We decided on the way back home we'd stop off at Charlestown to have a look around, and we're on this little beach, little pebble beach here, and I'm going to do a quick sketch shoot in Casein, looking across to the Gribbin lighthouse, which is over there. It's a red and white lighthouse, and this nice rock here. It's quite a simple sketch, and we're using Khadi paper in this Khadi sketchbook, and got my Casein in this tin, and a couple of different types of brushes, and we're going to crack on and get that done now. Get the rock, it's a bit green, it's alright. It's from the previous sketch, it's a bit green. Plenty of water on that to get us started. And so, actually I want to make that a bit lower because I want to get that cloud in up there. So just laying in these quick washes with this big brush here, which is a Grey brush. Look, I got that free when I did some review of their watercolours. You can see that in the previous video. There's their white up there, so it's like a titanium white. We've got a cool red, which is like a magenta, cadmium red, a pale cadmium yellow, a ivory black, this cool green, which I don't know what it's called. There's another lump of it there from a previous sketch, and this ultramarine blue, and my mucky palette, and that's it. And I've got a pot of water, and you can hear the goldfinches above us whittering around in the tree there. This is the edge of the rock, so I don't want to do too much there because it's going to bleed a bit, but I just want to put something in so I know where it is and how high it's going, and that goes up like that then. Something like that. It's all quite red compared to the reflection, which is sort of a browny greeny grey. That goes, and then that comes out and joins that piece there, you see, that goes out. So we can just fill this in with like a reddish browny grey colour, and then we can just, what we'll do actually while let that dry, and I'm going to put some colour in while I'm at it. I might as well put something for this beach, which actually comes up a bit higher actually. That comes right up like that and across. But we'll put that in again. It's like a pink for the moment. We'll put that in again when this is our chance to dry. Goldfinch is back. It's like that sort of strip there, and then it just goes into a different type of colour down there, a bit more green. That's quite nice actually. We'll use that in there. In case just building it up a little bit at a time and layering it up, all these different colours on top of each other, rather than just thinking I'll go and mix that colour straight away, which is the right colour. I like to just add and layer on top all the time and build it up like that. So that wants to come more like that. A yellowish greeny type colour at the base of that, along there, and that means that then that those rocks run out there like that, which they'll be darker. But that's that greeny colour there, and we can just put a few hints of that down here as well where the seaweed is. Look at that lovely cloud over there. It's the same shape as that man's head, do you see? I'm just going to put some lighter rocks along here. Now this can go something like that. I haven't got many colours, you see, so I'm just having to make do with what we've got here on the palette. So I'm just going to put some darks in here with a dirty colour, and then mixed up with red and black to make this, that goes a bit higher up actually. I'll just put this in, that should be a bit slightly lighter than that, and a bit sort of redder, I think. Oh, that's better. And this sort of sits on here, this is where these rocks are out here. We just run that along there, and that's just slightly darker then in places along here. And run that along like that. That goes up there. Nice sort of violet colour, and bluey violet in a few places up there, haven't we? On the cliffs. And that runs down through there as well. Lots of colours in those rocks. We haven't got time to be here doing that all day. Oh, there's the goose. Quite green when you look at that. It's quite a nice sort of green appears as the wave does something like that across there. So just a little bit of splatter. I'm going to try it on this, just on that bit there. What I'll do now, I'll just run that through like this to break it up a little bit. So the end of that's got a shape look, you can see it on there. And that is good for scratching, you see. Like that. Right, we're just going to put something in for this bit. Madeline's been waiting for me to put this in for the last 25 minutes or so. I'm going to run that. This got this sort of dark green mixed up. I'm just going to run that out to about there, like that. Now we're just going to put some of the bluey brown, and I'm going to run that across here. Something like that. And that can just run along there. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix up a lighter sort of yellowy green, because I want that where the fields are. So I've made this a little bit shallower than it is, not so big as it really is, so I'm going to have to extend that up a bit. And a minute ago these fields were lit up a bit more with the sun, so that's what I'm going to place in now, like that. And then we're just going to put a little bit more of a sort of a purpley colour, I think. And it's a bit too purple. Put some yellow in it to grey it off. So I'm just going to place this in here, just to alter that colour a little bit, like that. And then we'll get a small, let's try this one, this tiny little brush. So we've got some little details where there's like trees and things, but we'll sort of almost dry brush that across. Like that. This bit here is a slightly different shape to what I've got, so let's correct that. It goes up like that there. This is where that headland is, the gribbing. Runs across like that and then goes out. And as I can just see, there's a few like lighter sort of orangey pale orangey areas. Let's just alter that a little bit. I'm going to just put a few of these in here. Like, just put some of these in. That's sort of the same sort of rock then as what's in this one here, you see. So what we'll do, we'll just repeat some of those colours in to this part here, like that. The mudding's out of the way. I can get the brush on the paper. Something like that. I'm going to dry brush that across there as well. I can see three, so I'll do it like that. And what I'll do, I will put some lighter over. That's a bit too much. Let me just, here we go. So it's got a on the top. Can't really see it, can you? That's better, something like that. So I'm just going to use the pencil just to make that a bit more obvious there. And I'm going to, there's a little rock now appeared there. Actually, I don't really need the pencil too much. I think I quite like what we've got, to be honest. Let's just put a few little hints of this orange in here, where there's some seaweed and stuff. And then what we'll do, we'll get the this brush again and scratch through. I like that, and that breaks it up. So they're not too sort of like contrived marks then, if that makes sense. I've noticed the water sort of it's got this sort of silvery violet type colour, and where it's just the water just sometimes creates these patterns. It's quite nice, and I'm going to dry brush that across there because pick up the texture of the paper, be quite nice. Right, with 24th. I'm not sure what the little beach is, but it's Charlestown Harbour Beach, I'll call it, because that's just around the corner. And what time is it? It must be about 4 o'clock, I would think. So in the afternoon, there we are. So that's that, roughly. That's Casein sketch on our Khadi paper sketchbook. Great place, really good fun this was. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye for now.